All right, welcome back, everybody. And anybody that's new here, you've obviously clicked on this video because you guys want a tip real quick this weekend. I have a lot of stuff to do before the ice fishing season starts. I do still fish open water until there is ice, but it's all a matter of when I can get out in comparison to getting all my stuff ready. I have a lot of gear to basically ice fishing entails a lot of stuff. So we're going to keep this intro short. The basic thing here is this is going to be a tip for all you guys that run those lithium augers. I don't care what brand you run. I run the Strikemaster Lithium 40V. But this is just something that I know a lot of people probably don't even think about now that they've bought an electric auger. So stay tuned. Okay, so first things first here, something that I can guarantee a lot of people don't even realize. So, mind you, you guys know I've beat this thing up a little bit. And actually, I mean, now that I think about it, I mean, this little chunk here or whatever, and then some other stuff. I've abused this already for the first season I had it, which was kind of ridiculous. I have no reason to have done that, but I digress. Something that I know a lot of you guys don't do, and I'm charging this. I'm charging my battery back up real quick here. This is obviously it's a battery operated lithium 40 volt. This isn't for you gas auger guys, if there's even any of you guys left, which I'm sure there are. But the reason I had to put that in there is, so obviously you have to depress this and push that in order to get that to go. So mine spins nice and smooth and it's nice and clean looking right now. But that is because I took this guy. I should have did a before and after type thing, but I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to get it done. This is part of the season where you just go, go, go. So you take some WD-40 and you very lightly spray it on here. This had a lot of buildup, like rust on it. So I store it sitting right there. It sits perfectly nice right there, whatever, because of the way that is. So that's how I store it. I mean, I kind of built this so I had a shelf down there, but it happened to work out that it's just tall enough for me to stick this down there and keep it out of the way of everything. But the big thing we're talking about here is this shaft. And this, like I said, it was quite rusty looking. It doesn't look like anything got pitted or wrecked or anything like that. But it did have buildup and stuff, and it started to, corrode around here. Pretty sure this is aluminum, like an aluminum block or like a bearing housing. So this should never rust, but the thing is if you get rust up inside here, so like I said, I have it stored down. If you get rust up inside there, it's still an electric motor. So you can mess up the inside of the motor if you let too much rust build up and whatnot. So the simple thing is to grab yourself a thing of paper towels or, like soft wool or like a soft scrub brush, maybe even a sponge would work, and spray just a little bit of the WD-40 on here. Not a lot, because this is an electric motor. You don't want to like spray it up inside there. And then all I did was I held it in place and then ran it so it scrubbed it really good, and then scrubbed inside of the pinhole here for the bolt, and basically clean it off. And now you wipe off all the excess on it and it looks like new. And that's what you want. You want it to look like new every season. You want to take care of it. You want to make sure nothing is going to get corroded to the point where you can't spin the shaft and you can't use it anymore. And a lot of people forget in the wintertime we have all these, well, if you live somewhere where they use salt or like that stupid spray on the roads, if this is stored in the back of your four-wheeler or your machine and you're driving down the road, you're going to end up with corrosion on things that normally don't end up with corrosion. So the other thing we had to do is this. So this bolt in the inside of here, I'm not going to pull this out right now, but the inside of the shaft on the auger and that bolt was extremely rusty. So those are two major things that I think everybody with a Strikemaster Lithium or Ion, or I don't know the other brands right now, everybody seems to be jumping on board with the electric augers now that all the big names have them. But I mean, this thing has worked really good. I keep both my batteries stored in this little bag right here. I'm going to throw this one back on there because as I was saying, in order to get it to, in order to clean it really good, because I was using my hand on it, but I just didn't feel like I was scrubbing it good enough. So I literally was just running it with the battery on for a couple minutes at a time. I don't think that would hurt it, honestly, because it's just like you drilling through ice. I mean, you put a lot more torque on the battery and the motor when you drill through ice, obviously. So two things, make sure. A third thing that I still have to do, and I didn't even think about it until now while I'm looking at my auger, and I'm not going to go through it with you guys because you should just know better. The blades. So I'm going to look over my Strikemaster blades. I think those are the laser blades. So you have two blades on there. What you do is you look for any chipping or like the metal folding back a little bit or something like that. Anything where they look damaged at all. If you don't want headaches on the ice, just go buy yourself some new blades. I know there are people out there that can sharpen them, and there's like certified guys out there, but I think the best one, because those are the Mora blades, I believe, from Switzerland. Those are the good ones. So if you can, just go buy a new pair of Mora blades. And some places will actually do like exchanges. I know some of the bait shops that I've been at will do like a blade exchange because they'll have somebody that'll sharpen them. So they'll give you like a discount on newer blades. Always ask. I mean, it never hurts to ask your bait shop or local place to do that. At least check into it. But I'm going to say those three things. Check the shaft of the of the main head, and make sure you charge your batteries up. Make sure they're good to go. Clean your bolt and nut off. All right, innuendos are just flying off the shelves right now. All right, leave the comments alone with this one. Just if you have any other suggestions other than the blades, I'm going to say like the blade bolts are probably something else you should really check for corrosion or any kind of like mishap or looseness or something like that. Maybe check the paint and stuff like that. But otherwise, my first season with this auger, it's been really good. It's just one of those things. Like normally I would be checking like I've already done it. I went and started my power auger. I have a backup power auger, and then I have my hand auger, which I found on my hand auger, and I didn't even realize this. My hand auger's got chipped blades. So like the big thing is I always have a hand auger with, just in case something happens. Say your battery dies or you drop it or break your drill or something like that. Your hands work, and unless you guys are missing like your hands or something like that. And then in that case, then you're kind of SOL and you got to get yourself more backup stuff. But my biggest thing is to make sure that I always have one backup, and those blades have chips out of them, and I didn't realize that. So I'm probably going to get new blades for those. And new backups for this one, because I always like to have at least one pair of backup blades for the season, because if you drill through sand or rocks or something like that, you can dull up your blades. So alright, so hopefully that helps some of you guys out. I hope you guys get out, check your equipment, make sure it's running good. The biggest thing, and the reason for this is, it looks like the next 2 weeks are going to be basically freezing weather. And it's like, I forgot, it's like October 25th or something like that, or 26th. It's almost the end of October here, so it's almost looking like we might get first ice early in November, which would make my season very long, and I have to make sure everything's working perfectly and flawlessly so I can get out on the ice and get you guys some footage. So stay tuned for those videos. Obviously, if you're not new here, you know what's up. But if you are new, please just remember to